I'm going to solve this rational equation, and the very first thing I'm going to do before I solve it or try to simplify or do anything else is I'm going to make a note, whether it's mental or I'm literally writing a note, of where this expression is undefined. It's important for you to do that because in the end, you could end up with an answer that makes the original expression undefined, and then you would have to throw out that answer. So for this one, my denominator is x plus 3. That means x plus 3 is never allowed to equal 0 because you are not allowed to divide by a fraction. So I have to make either a mental note or write it down that x is never allowed to equal negative 3. This expression would be undefined if x was negative 3 because that would result in a denominator of 0, and that's not allowed. So if you are done solving this equation in the end and you end up with negative 3 as your answer, you're going to have to eliminate it. And in that case, the answer would be no solution because negative 3 is not allowed. So just make sure you know that. All right, now I am going to solve this, and if you know anything about rational expressions, you'll know that a lot of the time you are going to start factoring, and that's what I'm going to do. I have x squared minus 9 in the numerator, which is a difference of squares. I'm able to take the square root of x squared, and I'm able to take the square root of 9. They are both perfect squares, and this factoring method only works with a difference if there's a minus sign. So factoring the numerator would give me x plus and minus 3. And now if you know anything about rational expressions, hopefully you know how to simplify them. And the way that you simplify them is you factor, and then you can cross out some factors if there are any matching in the numerator and the denominator. Since x plus 3 divided by x plus 3 would be 1, I'm able to just cross those out, and this becomes a really easy problem to solve. Now, one step and I'm done. So I get x equals 10. Now you go back to your note from before and you make sure that you don't have something that makes the expression undefined. But x equals 10 is fine, so this is my answer. I'll just repeat it again. If my final answer down here was negative 3, I would have to eliminate it and say, nope, this actually doesn't have a solution because negative 3 would make this undefined.